Good evening, America. Welcome to Third Eye Knowledge. You're with the messenger this evening. I'm reaching out to newscasters tomorrow to air this video, hopefully, or take some information that you may find viable and accurate, because I do research. I wanted to speak to the American people tonight to finally pull the wool over your eyes, or make an effort to, on the fact that you protesters out in Michigan are some pretty unintelligent and uninformed and uneducated nitwits. You have no idea the power of this virus because you firmly believe that it wasn't government funded. You believe that it was out of an animal, this, that, and the next thing. This little virus going around is a superbug. And the information is on the internet, free to research if you just listen to this shit. This shit began in North Carolina, Chapel Hill University of Science and Studies of Sickness and Infectious Diseases. And they were injecting these with proteins, and they took it back to Wuhan, China. The doctor put it in the laboratory, but some dumb fuck forgot to put the glove in a radioactive bin, or whatever it's called, the hazardous waste bin, just threw it in a public trash can, most likely, and that's how it happened. Negligent disposal of equipment or whatever. See, America, you guys want to solely believe what you're being told by your federal government, and your federal government has been funding it for 6 years, going on 6 years this year, the study of superbug research. In other words, it was studying biochemical warfare. Why do you think this is so powerful? Because when they were injecting the proteins, they're very transmissive. Because if you, and it's like injecting some bodybuilder with steroids, he's going to become stronger, or she's going to become stronger. Same thing with viruses. You inject them with proteins, they become stronger. I am so sick and tired of this establishment and everyone else thinking they know fucking everything. America, they're opening up the country because they're broke. The government's broke. Because they're not taking our tax money anymore. Or they just want to run it one way. One fucking way for power and ego. We can go on all night. At the end of the day, your leader is the wrong leader. And you protesters in Michigan want to, number one, take Rosa Parks. Go fuck yourselves. Rosa Parks is a fucking hero. You fucking kidding me? All she did was sit on the back of a bus? No. She was probably beaten half to death after she got off that fucking bus and almost killed. You idiots want to fucking play games with life-saving restrictions. Want to put everyone at risk because, oh, boo-hoo, I can't go get a fucking coffee. You're a bunch of fucking cocksucking babies. Shut the fuck up and go home and do what you gotta do to stay alive before the government decides to kill everyone, which they're doing now on Friday. Another thing you nitwit Trump supporters don't understand is if you were to open even 3 states in this country and they are all asymptomatic and they travel for work, it's just going to resurge. Just one of many examples. That's why he has a 36% trust and approval rating right now, because he's a fucking idiot. For the past 2 days, he's given you more examples because a lot of you want to believe him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to tell you is something that a lot of people should be telling you on the mainstream news media. We're done with this bullshit. Cities and towns across this country are already taking it into their own hands, and pretty soon we're going to be shaking down the rich motherfuckers because the country's running out of money. Let's encourage our governors from now on to work with us. Instead of begging the federal government for shit, how about we fucking beg our governors to beg the rich motherfuckers and we back them up? Start shaking down banks too. Start with the small banks that are local and start shaking them down for the people. Get the money thing out of the way, and then our governors at one point can overstep on the federal government and they can reach out and we can connect with people all over the world that could possibly help us come up with a vaccine. That's another idea. And if we don't start doing that, what else is going on is that Massachusetts, for example, which I wanted to put into my video because number one, I want to give my citizens a shout out. We have to seriously worry about the future men and women of this country, and what pisses off a lot of us who are parents, a lot of people are parents these days, it's just how it is. You know, the neglect of this country shows. Massachusetts, for example, we have over 46,000 people in this country dead. We're coming up on 5,000 dead here. And the sad thing is, another 157, 6 hours into today, from 6 a.m. this morning, are infected. And another 3 are dead as of an hour ago. And these are not just elderly people with, health complications or people of health incompetent complications. It's just, that's how vicious this bug is. And at the end of the day, since we are moving, and when different states are better to open up, they're opening up state by state. Why don't we just do our own thing? Oh, it's a lot easier said than done. Yeah, if we unify. If we unify, we can get it done. What I'm talking about, America, is just to put out into the universe, because some of us are a different conscious awareness. I read you Trump supporters' comments. I've read them. It's sad you don't get it. I'm not a paranoid conspiracist. What I'm talking about is we are all wrong on all sides of the spectrum before anybody said, oh, you're talking higher than everybody else. Absolutely not. We are all at fault here. For the one reason being the way we run our country and the way we run the world. EPA restrictions are being lifted as of today. That's fucking stupid. That's horrible. Let's talk about not only a coronavirus resurgence, but once we lift the EPA restrictions, we're talking about possible other sicknesses and viruses that can form under these conditions once we lift the EPA guidelines. You can look it up if you don't believe me. Trump is lifting those EPA right now. Another lovely decision made by a wannabe leader. So, for the 3 minutes I have left in this video, if you don't understand higher awareness, and you don't get conscious, like there's people out there at a level of awareness that are so aware they just don't speak. They don't speak. And some people are at that same level of awareness that'll speak. You'll be surprised if you do talk to people, you'll be surprised of how many individuals in the world that just do not agree with even progressing, because we're not ready. Because not everybody's on board with conscious awareness and changing the whole entire spectrum of how we live and work daily life. So America, I'll leave you with this, and I want everybody to do their homework. When you're sitting with self tonight, when you're getting your research on the real information, when you have time, when you're sitting and getting your own information, make sure you're in a peaceful place while you're on your phone or on your computer or whatever you use for research, and make sure it's peaceful. And when you go and do your research, take whatever role that you may play during the day, whether you're a father, mother, doctor, or you are a father or mother and a whatever you are, leave that aside when you do your research and just think with this. And watch your intuition communicate with you internally. And while your intuition is communicating with you internally, listen to it. And you will know and understand exactly what I'm talking about when I speak in my videos. It's not politics. It's not bipartisan politics. It's not politics in general. It's a human being who exists on this fucking earth and at this position on this fucking earth, looking at such unthought out and lack of comprehension and rational thinking on top of stupid decision making and impulsive choices. That is what this country has been placed in. Uninformed, unconscious, egotistical, narcissistic, greedy people that have no place in any of the positions and roles that they are put in. So I'm going to leave America with this. I wish you all a blessed night. Think consciously. Make sure you are at a place of peace and serenity while you are doing your getting your information via your way of getting in your sources of information. Stay safe, stay healthy. Keep this fucking thing wide open. Peace and love. I'm out.